every Sunday. Look forward to seeing you. God bless you.
All right, and it's time we're ready. Welcome to Live Class on Super 93.3 FM. My name is Ijo Mambama. I would be your side host, if there's anything like that. And of course, the host on the show is here, Dr. Edwin Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, IJ. Good evening, fellow Nigerians.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Welcome. So, I've been talking with people on air today, and a lot of them have had Christmas rice.
Yes.
It's been rice. I don't know why. What's the thing with rice and Christmas?
I'm wondering too.
Why are they so synonymous? It's just funny.
Well, somebody just begins an idea.
And then it becomes a thing.
Yes, people buy and they are doing things without knowing why they're doing what they have to do. I didn't eat rice. I've not eaten rice today anyway.
Because you've been busy.
Yeah, I've been very busy.
You probably plan to eat rice later.
I'm not thinking about it really.
Because you're not cooking.
No, it's not my thing. Though. This rice, those days when we were much younger, yes. We look forward to the rice, but now we have grown and we understand that Christmas is much more than rice.
I'm telling you.
So we're going to be dealing with what I call man on a mission. You see, after Christmas now, like by evening today, it will be over in the true sense of the word Christmas, celebration continues until we get into the new year. But I think that more important than the rice and the chicken, we bless God for all of that, for making the provisions, But what is critical is that we need to move on with our lives in a more definitive manner, There are a lot of persons who have done well this year. There are a lot also who wish that the year rolled back and they started all over again. Dreams that were shattered and goals that were not met and all of that. But there's a euphoria of an incoming year that we really need to deal with. It is not the new year that will bring something beautiful. It is you that will put something beautiful into the new year and get it out for yourself. That's the way it works, because for a lot of people think that, it's a new year, so something new is coming. Well, apart from the calendar arrangement that is a new year, if you don't make the transition of leaving 2022 to move into 2023 in your mentality, in your way of doing things, if you don't make the changes, you just have the same harvest you had in 2022. And that's what most Nigerians do not know. Happy New Year, that's okay. Long life and prosperity, that's okay. But beyond that, there's something to be done. 2023 is election year, but it was not 2023 that decided that, look, I'm going to be election year.
Yeah,
people did. Same way, you are the one to decide what 2023 would be. And the birth of Jesus Christ, which we are celebrating today, is so significant that we need to get some things out of it. A young lady who never really met a man who was betrothed to marry somebody, and then the Lord showed her favor, the Bible account, and then the angel met her, and the rest of the story, But before I get to that one, maybe sounding quite spiritual while we do the three things we need to do.
It's okay.
In John chapter number 1, if you read from verse 6 to 8, the Bible talks about a man. Said there was a man sent from God whose name was John. That this man came to show the light, show the light.
Yeah.
He was not that light. So his mission was to
introduce
the light, yes. And then in Luke chapter number 1, if you read 21, where they talked about the birth of Jesus, I said, he shall save the people from their sins. Now it shows you, there's much more, but there's no time to talk all about that. It shows that God does not do anything without a purpose. Now, you and I happened on this earth for a purpose, definitive purpose. That's why somebody is a lawyer, another person is an accountant, and you are an OAP.
And the book of Jeremiah says, while you were still in your mother's
Yes.
womb, I knew you.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Ordained you a prophet to the nations and all of that, So we were wired to do specific things. Nobody was wired to be a general practitioner. See some.
But some people call themselves general practitioners.
It doesn't work. That's why they fail in all. Check. If you look, a man who says, "Oh, I can," see, they misunderstand Paul when Paul said, "I can do all things." They think you can be a lawyer, can be a doctor. No, it's not true. Well, Paul is simply saying, "I can do whatever I set my hands to do, and I have been wired to do it. I can do it exceptionally well." That's what Paul meant, So, and now we are moving into 2023. After now, so have you defined your purpose? Jesus said somewhere, said, it is written in the book, I've come to do thy will, O God. I've come to do the will of the Father. So Jesus happened on earth for a definitive purpose. John came to show the way. That's why, when Jesus arrived on the scene, Herod had put John in prison. And then John was expecting that Jesus would merely come to the prison and release him. And Jesus didn't do that. He went about doing his own thing. So John sent his disciples to go and ask, are you the one we're expecting? Or are we waiting
Should we keep expecting another
one? Jesus did not answer that question frontally. He simply said to his disciples, say, go and tell John that the blind eyes are being opened, deaf ears are being unstopped.
The signs and wonders.
Yes, the gospel is being preached to the poor. He said, go and tell John that blessed is he who is not offended in me. In other words, you have done your bit. It's my business to do my bit. And so we did not happen on this earth to do the same thing. That's why I don't understand it when people get jealous of other persons. It's because we do not understand that beyond the money, thank God for the money. I like money and I am trusting God for more money. But specifically, there's something, significance is not about money. Significance is about when someday you go, what will men remember? What contribution did you make? When God formed the man from the dust of the earth, according to scriptures in Genesis, the Bible says in Genesis 2:15 that he formed the man from the earth, and put the man in the garden to dress it and to keep it. Now, the word dress is work. The word keep is enjoy it. Let it become your own. Okay. So that is where we got all that entrepreneurial spirit, because God is an entrepreneur. He formed this earth and all of that, put everything in place, and then he now sent us on this earth to manage the earth realm. And so that's what the scripture also said, that he that will not work should not eat, because keeping the garden is a function of dressing it. So if 2023 is going to be phenomenal, as we all wish it should be a more, you should have a more agenda, I'm not referring to the Delta man. I'm talking about a more agenda.
Yeah.
I'm going to pray more. I'm going to fast more. I'm going to build capacity in my area more. I'm going to interact more. I'm going to love more, you see. And all of these more will move you away from the experiences of 2022 and move you to new experience, which you cannot ascribe to a year. The year is just a calendar, but the year didn't really change. The thing that changed is you. You changed. And because you have changed, you are going to have new things happen in your life. So every one of us, we're on a mission. Failure begins when a man does not understand the mission for which he's on earth. Today it's Christmas. Some people think that it's all about food. Thank God for the food. They will drink, they will dance, they do all manner of things that are even most unscriptural. And they forget that you're celebrating God's son. And there should be some way to do that. I think that Christmas carols, good songs, prayers, and all of that, and above all, giving should show more, because Jesus came. His birth is just the first chapter of the entire book, or God's redemption plan for man, because he came to die. And of course, he knew it. He was born for a purpose. So have you asked yourself this question? Have you answered the question? What exactly am I on earth doing? What exactly am I doing in my place of work? What purpose do I serve? You know, because you see, once you find yourself and you don't have a purpose yourself, and then it means you cannot be put to any particular use.
Yeah.
You know, so it is important you decide your destination in 2023. We are here to take territories, to move boundaries, and then to do much more to excel in life. It is God's desire that we all excel, you see. But you see, God's fashioned us as rational beings, free moral agents, to make choices. And the reality is that we are confronted with choices. We have to make them. God will not make them for you, including even marriage. A young man will say, oh, I'm waiting on the Lord to show me my wife. God is waiting on you to show him your wife. Because he said, he that founded the wife founded a good thing. So the finding is your business. Say you're waiting on the Lord. That's ignorance on rampage. And a lot of people, I'm waiting for God to give me a job. There's a lot of job to do. There's so many things. You can be doing one thing while expecting the other job to happen. But staying idle is not of God. So you must make that change that you want to see in 2023. This is what the Chinese proverb said, and I think I need to share it. It said, we don't change the direction. If we don't change the direction we are going, we are likely to end up where we are headed. Maybe you're going...
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, you are planning to go to Abonima, and you found yourself on your way to Omok. When you get to, you're already at Rumuji. Somebody else said, you know, ask somebody, oh, you want to go to... where are you going to? So I'm going to in fact, Bori. I'm going to Bori. He said, Bori, no, you're on the wrong track. He said, but I've been driving for like an hour now. Let me just continue. That's ignorance on rampage. You will get there, but it will not be Bori. So whatever you're doing in 2022 that have not, ushered you to that good life you desire, you must change it. You must make that transition. And then if you're doing something that is working, there's always a greater glory. So you intensify that. If it's working, we prune it, we make it better, we build capacity on it, and we push it further for a greater result in 2023. So don't enter 2023 hoping that once you say Happy New Year, everything will start happening. The car that it didn't work for will now drop and all of that. It does not work.
They just drop happily.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So don't head in the wrong direction and hope that you end in a good place. And then this is what, Stewart Johnson said also, which is very, very important and clear. Our business in life is not to get ahead of others, but to get ahead of ourselves, to break our own records, to outstrip our yesterday by our today, to do our work with more force, greater intensity, more than ever before. Oh, this is how it works. Whatever you are doing well in 2022, you must intensify. Whatever you are not doing well in 2022, you must abandon and do something better. And somebody said failure is not it's not you. You are not failure. Failure is an event, and like every other event, you can forget it and seek another course to arrive at. So you must get ready to build capacity in your area of strength. You must and it includes changing the friends that became major distraction to you. A lot of time, people think there are many things that steal our time and then focus us towards failing by installments. TV is one of them. When you spend all your time watching Nollywood, watching Telemundo, watching Televista, whatever, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with watching TV, but you must appropriate time for all of that, because you could just find that from morning till night, that's all you've been doing, and you could have read a page that would have motivated you to do something. True. Yeah, so you must manage your time effectively. The only thing we really have on earth is time, and that's why when time goes, everything has gone. And so you must decide to manage your time effectively. You must also decide to manage your relationships effectively, because definitely you're going to work with difficult people, nice people, not so difficult, not so nice, but they're all part of the jigsaw puzzle called life. You're going to meet them, like I said the other time, one day Jesus and his disciples said, let's go over to the other side. Jesus said, let's go over to the other side. They went a sail on a boat. And then Jesus slept, and the boat was about to sink because the wind was contrary, a big storm. These guys didn't know how to handle the storm. and they were waking up Jesus. So when they woke him up, he rebuked the storm, and I asked them, where is your faith? There's a lot I can say about that question. Yeah. It means that, look, you guys have been with me. You don't even know how I function. I am here to show you how to function. It means also you were created to be masters of the universe. What I have just done, you can also do. It means also that if you use your tongue effectively, you can solve any problem without having to refer to me. It means you don't need fear. Fear is an afflictor. Fear afflicts you and make you become afraid of events that will never even happen. And then it gives a ground to the enemy to sink your boat. I can go on and on and on. Jesus, where is your faith? Where is your faith? Like a lot of persons now, this political period, that's why with every sense of responsibility, I can mention the Igbos, they follow a man to market for a while. After a while, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever, the guy said he becomes a merchant himself. But I also know some tribe, I won't mention the name of those ones, they will follow you forever. That is if they even agree to follow you. They want the money, they don't want the process. It will not happen that way. When we preach in church, a lot of times, folks don't want to hear that the relationship between them and God is symbiotic. They feel that God has to work for them. It doesn't work that way. That's why the Bible says, God said, I placed before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose life. So that means there's something you need to do to access what God has done or what God promises to do. Mm-hmm. So if you go and lie down in church and you're not praying, you're not studying the word, you're not declaring the word, you'll be there. And even the devil can come and afflict you there. After all, it was in the presence of Jesus that Peter was sinking. Because he has taken his, oh boy, I like this. He has taken his focus away from the word. Jesus said, come. He was walking on water. And Peter stepped and started walking on water. By the time he looked around, he was distracted. He forgot that Jesus said, come. He began to sink, and the master reached for him. So being in church doesn't guarantee you anything. It's being in the word, and the word being in you. So the change that we expect in 2023 will happen. Realize that you're not here on your own. You're here on a purpose by the master. The master sent us here on a purpose. The good, the bad, and the ugly, the ups and the downs are part of a jigsaw puzzle. But you need to sort them out. Why? Because he's fashioned us that way. He's giving us capacity. The next thing that we need to know is ask any man who became a success in business, in academics, in finances. They had to stretch. No. If you don't stretch, you go nowhere. If you don't stretch, it means you remain ordinary. And then extraordinary persons are those who take care to put the extra into the ordinary. And
definitely.
So, yes, those. So this 2023, beginning today, after you're done with your chicken and your drink and all, begin to contemplate, what am I going to do in 2023 to make a difference between 2023 and 2022? Why? Because 2023 is not bringing anything that you have not put. It's garbage in, garbage out. That's how life works. That's how life works. So stretch to significance. Stretch to significance. And I'm talking to our politicians to stretch to significance. You have all the money on your own that you've made. Only God knows how you made them. But again, there are people, in even this Christmas, we're talking chicken. There are those who cannot even buy
some people had planned this whole thing, Sometimes they probably use 1 full year to even plan.
But there are some people, even if they use 2 years, they will not be able to buy chicken. You know how much it is right now? 15,000, 16,000.
There was something.
If that is one man's salary in a month, how much of it is going to save?
Like sometimes I tell them on the radio, there's this scheme through which people make contributions.
Yes.
Daily, weekly, monthly, as you can carry. And then I saw people carrying stuff, So the chicken was already set. Rice, bags of rice, and, all of that stuff, oil, and, all of that, like I said. So
they're planning for it. It's part of what the conversation we're having now.
So now it's time. They just get it. And they're not stressing. They're not thinking about bringing all of that money to buy all of that stuff in bulk, but they have it all in bulk while paying little by little for all of that, since January.
That's ordinary. There's a higher life than that.
Definitely. I'm just saying, like you said, some people cannot afford it.
Yes.
And
many.
Some people can plan.
Yeah, yes. It's good. So now, stretch to significance. No one, this is what John Maxwell said, no one ever achieved anything significant without becoming a better individual. You see, you invest time to develop yourself in your area of calling. There are pastors who will not pray and they want miracles to happen. It does not work that way. There are pastors who want people to be inspired by what the message when they prepared it just 2 minutes to prayer time, to delivery time. It doesn't work that way. There are lecturers who, I knew this principle since 1940. What is it there? You go there and you're hollow. Now, the same thing is already in the syllabus. The students have read. Some of them are very brilliant. They read it overnight. And when they ask you some questions that are very, very deep, you cannot provide answer, you get angry. So this 2023 must be a year we decide to stretch. Why? Because Jesus came and stretched for us. Stretch, gave his life. He was born in a manger to show us that significance is not exactly about your pedigree. It is about what you do going forward. Jesus was born in Nazareth. Nazareth wasn't a particularly important city in Israel, but he was born there. He was born in a manger. And that's because his father, Joseph, didn't have enough resources to keep them in a teaching hospital, quote unquote, or even a better place. But again, it did not stop him from being the master of life. So I'm talking to somebody today. Thank you for the chicken. We bless God for the chicken. We bless God for the family, everything, the people coming together. But do not forget that after now, you need to have this personal conversation with yourself. Say, Christmas is done. Going forward, what lessons do I learn from the life of Jesus Christ? A life of sacrifice, a life of focus. He didn't have one dull moment. He kept doing what he was sent to do until the last minute. Put intensity into your life. I can assure you that the story will change with great significance in 2023. God bless every one of us.
Yeah, God bless every one of us. All right, we'd like to take questions. We'd like to get your comments, your reaction to, all that we've talked about, all that Dr. Edwin Jonathan has talked about so far. Like I said, was the side host. Okay, I'm just sitting here though. All right, so all that Dr. Edwin Jonathan has talked about today, be part of it now by, making your contributions. You can either ask a question, you can drop a comment, you can just be a part of it anyway. Call us up, call him up, 0705 079 1021, 0709 0705, okay, 079 1021. The other number to call is 081 174 31021. That is 081 174 31021. And here's the third one, 0903 984 8244. That is 0903 984 8244. Call us up and let us know how the message today or the talk today has impacted your life. Did you learn something from it? What did you gain from this? All right. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Emmanuel.
Okay, Emmanuel, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from
All right, we're listening
my
to you.
question is, I don't know if I'm pleased as a question. I used to work somewhere, but the contract is off, and then now I don't know. Sometimes I don't get confused on what to do. I don't know yet or what to do. That question is.
Okay.
I don't know if you can know.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you for calling in. See, let me tell you something. There is something beyond that work that you are doing. There's a gift in you which can become business. If you sit down and have a personal conversation, there's something you do freely. For instance, if you find out that you have the ability to make people laugh, you have the ability to get people, something that's lasting for 3 hours, because you're the one, talking to everybody else, nobody knows that they've stayed for like 3 hours. It looks as if it was just a few minutes because you're humorous and you can get people to listen to you. It means that that's the gift God has given you to enable you navigate life and make money. And that kind of person could actually be a medical doctor. He does not know that God has given him something bigger than that. Same way, you might. There's nothing wrong in buying oranges and selling, or there's a way you package your orange and then you go and sell them and deliver it to houses of prominent men in GRA, and you can become the next big thing happening in Orange. There's nothing you will do that will bring you money that is not decent. So as long as you're committed and you're creative about it, and you pray, God will open your eyes to see how to make that business a lot more creative. There are people who are surviving with Akara today. There are people who are surviving with moi today. And then these are businesses that people ordinarily look down on. But people are building houses and buying cars with that. So you begin from somewhere, get interested in it. You might get a flag here and there. Who doesn't get? But if you're serious about what you're doing, God will help you. And that same thing that people are laughing at you for will become what people envy you about. When comedians started, it was just funny. So these are failures, these are people. Yeah, so if people don't laugh, you won't have money. Today, Nigerian comedians call it like a show. There's one going on. They call, if you see the kind of figures they mention, people will pay to go and laugh. And it was not so.
Yeah, to go laugh.
To go laugh. People are paying money. People are paying as much as ₦1 million for tables.
For tables.
And can you beat that? But when they started, it was nothing. It was, if they do too much for them in an occasion, they give them coke and rice. So, Oga, if the work you are doing was also consistent to your gifting, you can start doing on the side, maybe supply something to the company to let them know that you are still serious about making money.
Great, thank you so much for that. All right, we can take another comment or question. 0903 984 8244 0903 984 8244 081 174 31021 or 0705 079 1021. That is 0705 079 1021. Dr. Edwin Jonathan will also be giving out his phone number, so you can reach him on the phone after he's done with, being here on the radio this evening. And as he says, it's strictly WhatsApp messages or SMS.
Yes.
Don't call.
Yeah.
He would call you, after he's read your message. But let's take another call. Good evening. And cut. All right, then. So let me come to you.
Okay.
Your phone number.
0803 260 8644. 0803 260 8644. Please, emphasis on WhatsApp messages or, short messages on the phone. No calls. If I read what you sent to me and it's necessary, I'll call you and then we'll talk it over.
All right, then. Great.
The essence of Christmas is to find a space for Christ in your life. Find a space. That space is important because the Spirit of God in you will instruct you on the way forward, and you will be able to end this life someday whenever God desires as not only a successful man, but a very significant man. Christ was significant. He came to sell significance to every one of us. So if you're listening to me, that's what to work on. God bless you for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you too. And God bless everyone who listened today, whether you were able to call or not. Thank you so much. Keep it locked here on Super 93.3 FM at 6 p.m. The World News comes up, and at 7:30, join us on Unzukondibo. And that's a special program packaged in Igbo language, presented in Igbo language. Don't miss out.
We know what you want and how you want it.
We are Super FM. Yeah! We are Super FM.
Cuckoo. 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 I like to keep your bar. Don't come me. Don't come feeling me. This is not why we're here. This is not why we're here. I like to keep your bar. Don't come me. Don't come me. This is not why we're here. This is not why we're here. We're here to have some fun. Some cool fun. This is not why we're here. Don't come me. I like to keep your money. I like to keep your money. Cool fun. Cool. Some cool fun. Cool fun. Cool fun. Some cool fun. I know that you're feeling me. Me self, I'm feeling you. No need to spend money. No need to spend money. I know behind me self, I have my own. If you like, buy champagne. Me self, I have my own. If you like, buy Azul. Me self, I buy my own. We're here to have some fun. Some cool fun. This is not why we're here. Don't come me. I like to keep your money. I like to keep your money. Cool fun. Cool fun. Some cool fun. Cool fun. Cool fun. Some cool fun.
Because no one does it better. We are Super FM. We are Super FM.
You don't know, say my name Potter Rankin. The fire can cool. I'm me chilling with DJ IE. Burn them.
Searching for someone to love me. I'll give you my heart, all my heart and body. She looks like a superstar. I just wanna know who you are. I'll be there to catch you when you fall. I want forever, only with you. I want you to know you're everything.
can live without you, my babe. How to breathe, I don't even know when you're far away. Put me to do commission for me. Minha vida sem boca tem senti. Chance mais só boa tem. Chave a coração. She got me crazy like no water. Cabeça de odora. Me equivoquei, sou um santa baíba. Vem comigo, roda. Deixa a coisa rola. Me é esquecido da tua amor demais. Girl, you got the key to my heart, yeah. Me equivoquei, me dá boca. Girl, you got the key to my heart, yeah. Me equivoquei, me dá boca. Girl, you got the key to my heart, yeah. Me equivoquei, me dá boca. Girl, you got the key to my heart, yeah. Me equivoquei, me dá boca.
I want forever, only you.
I want forever.
I want you to know you're everything.
Minte pa sempre, sou de tu cubo. Que papo sabe, amor é tudo.
Girl, you're the key to my heart, girl. Anywhere you go, I can follow you. Girl, you're the key to my heart, girl. Girl, you're the key to my heart, girl. Anywhere you go, I can follow. Girl, you're the key to my heart, anywhere you go.
Anyhow we be today, no matter pressure we get. Any obstacle on the way, I go bulldoze straight away. Even if I get it, oh my landlord on the crazy. As long as happiness stay my radar, I no go give 'em face. I don't need to go to fly high. I got a natural high. I don't need to think too much. Cause thinking a problem instead of reason solution. Come me to breathe, come me to chill, come me to flex and enjoy my life. Come me to give without explanation. Come me to lead, so you go to say we must groove, oh we go groove. As long as your breast today function, we go move, oh we go move. It no matter where you come from, we must groove, oh we go groove. As long as your breast today function, we go move, oh we go move. Obenado, also no brew, beyond the flesh and the bone. You better blame me on your own way. Because I'm feeling the tension, dealing with the pressure, dealing with different problems of life. I know that everybody got them. Big man or small man, doesn't matter if you're black or you're white. See, I tell ya, we must groove, oh, we go groove. As long as your breath is a function, we go move, oh, we go move. It no matter where you come from, we must groove, oh, we go groove. As long as your breath is a function, we go move, oh, we go move. I know the party don't start and the people them know I pass the metal so regularly stepping the empathy. I mean no go believe how we just spending money night and to early morning. I mean waiting I go do just to clear your eye. Anyhow you think I'm a no consign guy. So make I just do waiting I do. If you know jelly you, jelly they move. No they confuse, you can walk in my shoes. No go check them out for waiting, no consign you. Anything they happen but you don't have a clue. Anything they do them could just stop the groove. Make you no go tell somebody say I tell you. Let's just try to keep this shit between me and you. I don't need to slow, to fly high. I got a natural high. I don't need to think too much. I was thinking a problem instead of reason solution. Come in me to breathe, come in me to chill, come in me to flex and enjoy my life. Come in me to give without explanation. Come in me to lead, so you go to say we must groove, oh we go groove. As long as your breast is a function, we go move, oh we go move. It no matter where you come from. See how she fine like mommy water. Come see Manchester, see water. Go move, oh, we go move. As we day at the jolly, next one no money. Instead the jolly, next one a monkey.
They are the jolly, next one the money. Next one the jolly, next one a monkey.
Listen, Zilla Foster.
We know what you want and how you want it.
We are Super FM. Yeah! Cause no one does it better. We are Super FM.
Run the town, DJ IE, run the town, DJ IE, Garden City Boy. Mesako, Double J, aka Bubble Juice, aka Son of the Soil. For your side, no fakamfa.
Timbani at you. I'm a white dog in Venice. Why you say I did nothing for you? And if I do anything you want me to do, Timbani at you. I'm a white dog in Venice. Why you say I did nothing for you? And if I do anything you want me to do, maybe another time, maybe another life, you will be my wife and we'll get it right. Young cast, last. Now everybody go to breakfast. Have to say bye-bye, yo. Bye-bye, yo. To the love of our life. My eye, yo. Don't cry, yo. I need in a shadow. 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 I need in a shadow.
When they come, they already know. I'll be right beside you. I don't know I'm changing. They don't know what's going on. Monagiso, my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got it, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. Wanting more best everybody, and it's because of your kung fu. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down. You never let go. Unagiso, my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but I'm mighty, and I go run for you. And anybody ways I be, yeah, don't be you, but let I be around. And if I ever get saved, I'll be running to you.
Running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, you don't need to worry, anything you want.
Some say that I'm blind, no be my way. There's nobody like you. I gave you my heart, then you throw it. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe it. Now the person when they try to deceive me. Yeah. The girl sexiness, no be play. Yeah, girl, I go die for your body, yo. Get me, I go fight anybody, yo. Anybody we go try me, they go surgery, yo. Cause them other girls, they no sabi, yo. Girl, I go die for your body, yo. Get me, I go fight anybody, yo. Anybody we go try me, they go surgery, yo. Cause them other girls, they no sabi, yo. Girl, I don't mind. If not fight, I go fight for you. Yeah, and I don't mind. If not to cry, I go cry for you. Yeah, I don't mind. Me, I feel do anything for you. Girl, if not to die, I will go die for you. Cause this is reality. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is reality. Not reality. She got a lot of sugar that didn't plenty. Yeah. I know say my girl no be senti. Cause I know what I'm feeling. Gucci LV, she get a